2016. He had gotten wind that EFCC was actually investigating him, and he voluntarily, went there, and they detained him, and they said investigation is going on as per, the accusation. But also we remember the Accountant General of the Federation, who is being investigated by EFCC. He has been suspended. So they said the Minister for Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, had written to him saying that he's been suspended. So during this period while he's being investigated, he's not allowed to come to the office or interact with staff members until this investigation is done. And we know the accusation for him is 80 billion naira misappropriation as well.
So he's been suspended without pay. And this is one of the first times we're seeing the right thing being done. Remember the NHIS boss who was suspended but refused to leave office.
Yes.
In fact, he reinstated himself. So the proper thing should be done. When the person is being investigated, step aside while they investigate you properly.
All right, the major headline. So APC changed the dates for governorship, and many of you know that according to the Electoral Act, they're supposed to submit the list of their delegates 7 days to the primaries. So they were supposed to do the primaries, I think, yesterday for governorship, but they've had to move that now to 26th. So the governorship and House of Reps primaries will be 26th, while the Senate and House of Assemblies will be May 27th. So they're submitting, they submitted all the names for the delegates. If you recall, they have to pick, I think, 5 delegates from each of the local governments. Now they're going to be picking 3 delegates from each local government for the presidential selection. So that's going to be happening today. So the delegates must be picked, and then they submit to INEC in view of ahead of the primaries coming up before the end of the month.
Does this postponement affect the schedule?
It doesn't. It doesn't, because INEC gave them till June 3rd.
Okay.
So everything was in before June 3rd. Okay. So as long as it's within that time, they're still good.
They're trying to avoid what happened in Zamfara.
Yeah, exactly. Where they lost to PDP. Yes, go ahead.
Lockdown in Southeast States yesterday was, complied with generally, totally across all southeastern states because, of course, the IPOB leader did not get bail. And Justice Binta Yako, the judge sitting over his matter at the Federal High Court, said, he doesn't deserve bail, having jumped bail at one time, that led to a long issue about where his whereabouts and all the drama, and even, led to his guarantor, Shorty, being held to pay some fine. So she denied him bail on certain grounds and his history of non-compliance. And this led to a protest, the general sit-at-home in the southeast. But the issue that happened in Delta was an attack in Delta, which IPOB is totally denying. They're saying that the incident that happened in Delta, where one person was killed, was not by their members. People are saying they, sort of reacted to that.
Okay, well, let's move on quickly now to the Punch. APC governorship primaries. Tough battles in Oyo, Sokoto, Rivers, as 44,045 delegates elect candidates. Picture here of Hausa community seeks reversal of Okada ban, promises Onwulu massive votes. Hemp seller slits girlfriend's throat over slippers, dumps corpse. 5-year-old pupils drowns during swimming lessons in Lagos. EFCC arrests ex-NDDC boss over the 47 billion naira fraud. 727 Nigerian doctors migrate to UK in 5 months. Oh, wow. 25 presidential aspirants filled submitted forms, says APC. Anambra police warn against violence as court denies Nnamdi Kanu bail. An 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC uncovers 17 properties linked to Accountant General. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Can I do the 5-year-old pupil that
Please.
drowns? That drowned, sorry.
Yeah.
He was a student of Redeemer's School.
Oh,
and
really?
the one in Ogba. The teachers had taken them for swimming at the Ivory Health Club, and he was then he drowned. The father got a call from the head teacher to say, your son has been in an accident, he's at the hospital. He rushed to the hospital. When he got there, he met his son's lifeless body.
Oh, my Lord.
And the hospital said he was dead on arrival. So they went back to the Ivory Health Club, and with the police, because he went first to Area F, then went with them to the police, to the club, with the police. While they were there, he noticed CCTV cameras, so he demanded to see the CCTV cameras. And when he saw them, when he watched, what he noticed was, first of all, there was only one caregiver.
Lifeguard, okay.
He didn't see any lifeguard. He saw one caregiver, and she kept going in and out. She didn't stay with the kids. They were in the adult pool.
Oh, my Lord.
They were by the, they were
Pool
sitting,
side.
all the kids were sitting
On the
ledge, on the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
His son fell in the first time. He managed to get himself out. Nobody was there
to help him.
That he got himself out. Another child fell in. Somebody alerted, one of her colleagues alerted, they helped that one out. The son was in the pool for 30 minutes.
Oh, my Lord. I can know. Oh.
Yeah.
30
Oh,
minutes.
Father in heaven.
You know, I didn't want to read that story because, you know, we all have children, grandchildren. So I did, but I listened to it on the radio and I said, read this story. And when I read it, I mean the negligence. The negligence.
Criminal negligence.
Honestly.
But it has
Children,
to
15 of them.
Thank God he went to go and ask for that CCTV. You know, he wasn't emotional and just going to... Somebody went straight to the CCTV to go and find out.
What Wakili even mentioned was that he kept asking what happened. He asked the head teacher, asked the teachers, all those who were supposed to be
don't usually know
in
what
charge.
happened.
They said they didn't know what happened.
don't usually
So it
know.
took him taking the police to the hotel to find out what happened to his child.
The club.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Not
He was in
only
that
her,
pool.
the
He
club
said while they
himself.
were watching the CCTV, everybody
crying.
was just shouting, ha, ha, ha.
30
It was another person who is not involved, though, who came to do his own swimming,
That
that
rescued them.
discovered the body in the pool.
Oh, Father in heaven.
Can you imagine?
Even the what's the name of the club was negligent. Every club was negligent.
You know what?
Yes, because you know when your place is hired for such an activity,
That body,
you provide
Lifeguards.
Lifeguards. Yes,
Yeah.
you must.
When we are having parties, I always make sure
Every
the
year, every year.
lifeguard on the show.
Yes.
No child can enter that water.
Yes, and he's always there.
I can't even take any other story. This is just heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
Let's go back. We'll break it right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to move on to the punch. Tough battles in Oyo. Your story in Nation?
No, it's the same.
Yeah. APC governorship primaries.
You've taken it.
Oh, I've taken it already.
Yes. So it's just taking
I was going to take the ban. I was going to take the Okada ban. There's another story. Hausa community seeks reversal of Okada ban. Promises on only massive votes. So many of you know that the governor had yesterday declared that Okada riders are banned in a few council local governments, says Etiosa, Ikeja, Surulere, Lagos Island, Lagos Mainland, and Apapa. And it was bad because, according to him, he continues to sit back and watch criminally minded people use that mode of transportation to penetrate crimes and criminality in Lagos. Lives are being lost on a daily basis. But the Sheikh, the Seriki of Balende, has said that instead of total ban, they should use data. They should get data of Okada riders in Lagos to fish out any intruder. So each community or each local government would have registered local government Okada riders, and so that when invaders come, they're able to know who is in. And according to him, they actually form a huge bundle of votes for the governor during the elections, that he doesn't want to lose out on that. Yes, it sounds like blackmail. Sounds like blackmail. Yeah, but they're saying that they shouldn't do that to the Okada riders because they also vote for the governor.
Number one is a ban within ban, so there's an existing ban.
There's an existing ban, yes.
Most of them, I know for a fact, don't vote here. Once the elections come, it's easier. They travel back where their PVCs
But he did say some of their members do stay here in Lagos.
No, some of them who have become long-time here, residents here, might have their PVCs here, but a majority of the Okada riders themselves, those ones who are influxing into Lagos, don't vote here.
Let me take another story.
Okay.
So a hemp seller known as Toba has murdered his girlfriend in the Owode area of Obafemi Owode area of Ogun State. They say that he had asked her, they were together, and he had asked her to get him an alcoholic drink. On her way out, she wore his own slippers. She couldn't find her, so she wore his to get the drink for him. When she got back, he realized she wore his slippers and was like, "How dare you?" and told her to leave his house. He was shouting and hitting her. A neighbor said he tried to intervene, and the guy took a broken tile and threatened to hurt him. So he left them. He said he continued washing, and he now chased. The girl was begging to stay, and he ran after her, chased her into the bushes. The neighbor said he heard her screaming, but he just thought she was screaming from the beating. He had taken the tile and slit her throat.
Oh, Father in heaven.
And, you know, people in the neighborhood decided to rush to find out what they could do, and they found her dead. And he was trying to escape.
Don't you sometimes
he was naked
that,
lying beside the corpse of this girl.
Don't you sometimes think like these stories, God forbid, it's not, you know, like it's like turn by turn, it's like keeps going, like just keep hearing these bad stories every single day, and we all just move on. We read it and we move on. It's such a painful thing. I mean, our hearts go out to that young girl.
Yeah. Custom story.
Still on Punch?
Yes. The Nigerian Customs have redeployed the e-valuation policy that, you know, they call the vehicle inspection number. That, you know, the custom clearing agents are already objecting to, because this has sort of increased the cost of duty on imported cars. And, you know, on Monday, there was a story on how the cost of clearing of containers have increased from 600,000 to over 1 million just to clear, about 1.5 million to clear a container now because of these policies. And the custom had suspended this policy, but then they're saying they will do a sensitization today, and by tomorrow they'll start deploying it.
Okay, moving on to Daily Sun. Withdrawal from elections, Buhari to decide Malami, Sylvia Ngige and others' fate today. 80 billion naira graft, FG slams suspension of arrested accountant general. Nan begs Atiku, Tinubu, other presidential aspirants to raise money for ASU demands. Lagos bans commercial rights in 6 local government areas. 2023 appeal court adopts measures to fast-track electoral suits. Kano loses bail bid as FG withdraws newly amended charges. Anumahi mourns as gunmen attack Ebonyi local government's home, kills 4 and sets building ablaze. Which story I was taking here?
The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, is appealing to Nigerians, especially the presidential aspirants and of the APC and PDP, and saying that if these aspirants truly mean well for Nigeria, they would, you know, step in concerning the ASU strike and the demands. They said if they're willing to put in the amount of money that they have put in to buy these forms, they should be able to come together maybe and raise money to meet the demands of ASU. That as of today in Nigeria, university and polytechnic education is paralyzed due to this ongoing strike and the tiff between ASU and federal government. And this is unacceptable. So just calling all well-meaning Nigerians to come together, especially these aspirants, and use their funds to help them. I understand their call for, you know, all well-meaning Nigerians, and especially for those who have just showed us that they can spend a huge amount of money, you know, for forms. But bailing ASU out, or is it federal government out in this case, is not the right thing to do, because then the federal government will be like, okay, why don't we leave well-meaning Nigerians to come together and be paying out what they have already agreed to do. But they're just they're quite desperate. It's months and months of, you know, them being at home.
They were going to shut down all the international airports, and they're calling on all the students of all the schools to go and shut down the airports, to a countrywide protest at the airports.
Okay. So the Ebonyi State's Ebonyi State governor has condemned the attack on the chairman of Equal Local Government Area of Ebonyi State, his country home or family home, that was attacked by some unknown men. They killed 3 of his relatives and the security on guard. About 4 persons were killed, and they set that house on fire as well. The governor has called on the security agencies to find the perpetrators of
Killed his older brother and his 2 nephews. Yes. Really sad. I was going to take the story, I mean, the ministers, Malami, Sylvia Ngige, and others who had made a U-turn concerning their political ambitions. They were hoping that the president would declare an official reabsorption of them back into but that didn't happen. So the reporters were asking that, what happened? And the Minister of Information was saying that that's for the president to do, that he would let us know if...
So it would be 2-0 if nothing is...
Exactly, but they have to be. I think it's automatic.
They didn't resign.
They didn't resign.
Oh, okay,
well, they didn't resign. Well, I don't know.
Okay, they didn't resign.
Because he asked them to drop their letters, right? But they didn't drop their letters.
Okay.
So if you didn't resign,
then automatically came here. But
even if you resign, your employer can, reject the resignation letter and insist on renegotiating your terms.
But if there's a silence on the part of the employer, is what we're saying.
Yeah, but they never resigned.
And even the minister couldn't categorically say that they are still back.
But they didn't leave because he gave them a few days to resign.
Yeah, but they didn't do it.
If you don't resign and you withdraw your candidacy, continue your work.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. That's
Moving on quickly to Vanguard 2023, we are yet to zone presidential tickets APC. Police parade kidnappers of Bethel Baptist School Greenfield varsity students in Kaduna, others. Olubadan in council lifts ban on promotion of chiefs installation of mortgagees. IPOP to security men go after enforcers of seat-at-home orders. 2023, Nigerians need to have control of nation's economy, says Jack Rich. Finance Minister suspends AGF. Resignation, only Buhari can decide minister's fate, says Lai Mohammed. APC presidential primary, it's either Amechi or me. No contest between us, says Jigawa Governor Badaro. Finally, secession, your allegation against us is fictitious. Monologue, NEF replies presidency. Which story are we starting with?
So the Bethel School and the other school in Kaduna State. The police in Abuja paraded 31 suspects, 2 of whom are members of this gang that kidnapped students from Bethel Baptist School and Greenland Baptist Greenland School in Kaduna.
Greenfield, I think.
Greenfield or Greenland?
Yes.
Greenfield,
so
Greenfield University.
Yes.
So they confessed to being members of several gangs, and they said they worked in consensus with other gangs known to terrorize the Kaduna-Abuja highway and kidnap people there. And they said that at the time when the students from Bethel Baptist School were in their own custody, that they took, and ransom wasn't being paid early, they took some of them into the bush, raped and killed about 5 of them, which these guys have confessed to. They also confessed to other crimes, being in possession of arms and ammunition. And I hope that since this confession, I hope it was done on record so that we don't have another rejection of the confession within trial. But I want to beg that this kind of trial should be speedy. There should be special courts. Apart from it should be quick, because justice delayed is justice denied. The longer it takes, the easier it is to destroy evidence.
Can I just say something? Because the police made a statement. They said that they have been catching bandits and kidnappers.
Yeah.
And then they hand them over to
the court.
Not to jail, they send them to jail.
Yeah.
Say how they escape, they don't know. So, but they do their own work.
Yes.
And lock them up.
Like that, is it?
So we want to talk to prisons now. The controller of prisons should let us know how they escape.
Yeah, that story. Have you taken? Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Nobody took IPOB. Okay, our last paper, Nigerian Tribune. You want to take a story in IPOB? It was in the Guardian.
I took it in the Nation.
Okay. Moving on quickly now, final paper. Let's find a story we've not taken. Police arrest 2 over kidnap of Greenfield Varsity. We just talked about that. Makinde Abdurazak flag of 76.6 kilometer Ogbomosho is saying road. FG suspends Accountant General, postpones FAC meeting. APC adjusts timetable, shifts convention primaries dates. NANS threatens to shut down international airports nationwide. Lagos bans Okada in 6 local government areas. Okay, I think we've taken most of the stories across board.
No, that's the Facebook. The Minister for Information saying they don't plan to ban Facebook. They're already meeting with the Facebook team and they are agreeing to conform. And there was a BBC report that also exposed that most people sitting abroad, broadcast on Facebook inciting violence in the Southeast. And the Facebook
okay, that's all we can take on front page review. When we return, we go to our hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy East Flash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With News Bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience, millions of viewers, listeners, and readers.
Thanks for staying with us. So this morning, Nigerians are woken up. Well, yesterday we actually found a story about the Okada ban in Lagos State. And in some parts of the local government, I already mentioned it during the show, we have Lagos mainland. We have Ikeja, Surulere, Apapa, and Lagos Island. And the conversation really is with Lagosians this morning. What are your thoughts about this? Many have said it's a good thing, given the fact that they have become unruly. If you heard the governor was very clear, saying that we cannot allow criminal elements to take over this mode of transportation. But now we're also hearing another angle of it from other people who are users of this mode of transportation, saying life is going to be more difficult for Nigerians, for Lagosians especially. What are your thoughts on this? It's good for us to have a conversation so that we are in agreement on the way forward on this matter. You can call the show on 081-270-53687, 09139076-948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. Now, this is not the first time. Doing Ambo this time, doing Fashion this Okada matter, I can almost dash it a perennial issue because it's been happening for a long time. And I know at the time that during Fashola's time, he tried to evict some people out of the state. I know during Ambote's time, they were back and forth on this issue of ban or no ban. So as you said, there's an existing ban, but it's not being enforced. What are your thoughts on this? Because people are thinking, oh, yeah, so Governor Sanwo-Olu, we've heard it before. Just it will happen because this recent happened with David. That's why it was pronounced that it's going to go back to status quo. Others are saying, I hope this time around the governor is serious. What are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with the governor? Or do you think it's the right time to do this? YK?
I hope that he has the political will to enforce it. Because here, this government has actually announced Okada ban. This particular government has announced the Okada ban before. And they didn't enforce it. Nima is telling me twice. I thought it was even once. But my own is, the Okadas are so unruly. How are they going to enforce it? A lot of these Okadas belong to law enforcement agents. They put, to make a means of getting extra cash, they put the Okadas on the road. They import these people from wherever
part of the country
to come and ride their bikes here. And there is no system. So I think that while we all need Okada. I don't particularly use Okada, but I ask people to go quick on Okada. Okada is convenient. But let's say the truth. These people are unruly. They drive on the wrong side of the road. And if you hit them by mistake, because they are coming at you, when you are looking forward, you're not expecting to see a car, they will lynch you.
Yes.
People are at risk.
I've had one that smashed my side mirror. So he was obviously coming back, and of course, he was going so fast. I was trying to make a left turn. So I almost hit him. I didn't hit him, though. He was able to very move off. Then he came back and smashed my side mirror in protest of that, and he rode off.
Can you imagine?
So, yes, when I heard about this, I have a few staff members that use bikes back and forth, and I asked them what they feel. And to my surprise, they're happy about it. I'm like, but you use it. Say, yes, we'll find something else. They're happy about it because they've had so many, incidences of them either overspeeding, taking the wrong turn, going against traffic, just so many things. And if they feel that their lives are even more at risk using them than, so it's best that, that they are banned. But secondly, the governor also listed all the different ways in which they have provided alternative transportation for Lagosians and what they're doing also to make it better. Of course, he mentioned the train that is being worked on and the buses and, that are available. I know that maybe I may not be the best person to say there are other alternative transportation because I don't use them. But I mean, if the governor is putting things in place to see that, I understand the inconvenience this will bring, and so I'm going to I've put these things in place to make sure that things are better. So I agree with him on that, and I hope that he has, as you said, Waiki has a political will to enforce this. Now, concerning how people would, the question is, when the ban has been placed, I've seen during the Fashola time when the ban was placed, I saw how it worked. I saw it work. I saw how, just some, I think it was inner streets that were allowed to, they were allowed to ply on, not on the major roads and not on the express roads. And I feel that can
same
be
with
done
this government.
because it is still the same Lagos. It can be done. I've seen places that were clear, and now those places are overcrowded. I keep saying it, like opposite the stadium before. There's where, just opposite the stadium, we have a traffic warden there and traffic lights. But these bikes have converged there, even to make the turn. There's road for people, cars to make it, even to make the turn. They've taken up the space. You can't turn without them just trying to make way for you. And God help you, you hit one of them, you'll be in big trouble. And I've even talked to, was the last month official of FRS, I can't remember, pointing like, why are they here? This is supposed to be one way, and they're even facing the other direction. And he just shrugs.
They don't want to be lynched. They don't want to get lynched either.
So if the governor is serious this time, and I hope he is, it is actually for our better that they are banned and put and allowed to ply some certain roads. Lastly,
no.
Let me just say lastly, then she can go. The last part is when you are driving a car, there's a driver's licensing office, there's a driving school. There are just different systems that are put in place to make sure that you drive your road properly, that you are riding the right vehicle. But with the Okadas, I don't know who is really paying attention, apart from how much money that they collect from these Okada drivers. Who makes sure that this is a driver that is capable of riding this bike? Who makes sure that this bike is registered? Who makes sure that the person that owns this bike, the insurance and everything is paid, apart from just the monies that they stop them to collect on the streets?
Okay, let me get your initial thoughts, Nima.
I almost didn't want to say anything on this. The truth is, I have seen that this government do not have the will to enforce an Okada ban. And to allow Okada, because of economic reason, might make sense. But then you have to put in the measures to make sure that this powerfulness, this law upon themselves that they become is curbed. The rate at which it is going, the rate where we are now, it is already an issue of emergency to immediately deal with these issues of Okadas. If you have an Okada operating in Lagos, let there be a data. Let the Okada man be known. As soon as that person is an unknown Okada man, when he is picked by a security agency, let that agency account for that Okada man. Because the reason why they are everywhere proliferating the whole of Lagos is because security agents allow it. When they catch an Okada man, they go and say, where's the owner? Because they know an Okada now is over half a million. Me, I know. It's over 500,000. It used to be about 280,000. Now, it's over 500,000. So an average Okada man cannot buy himself an Okada. It is a private citizen who buys it. People. So, so when the security men catches them, what they ask is, call the owner. The owner will come. This is what you start to lose. That person will then pay to an officer who pockets the money and puts the Okada back on the road. So if you know you have your strings well tied, you have over 1,000 Okadas.
There are two angles to this.
I wanted to land this point. So if you must operate, enforce an Okada ban, Okada riders must have a data where you can find them. Local governments have a registration that they do, and they also have to get a license, but they don't. So the person who is bringing it, there's a network of, I will arrange it for you. They do a visual test too within the Lagos State system. Okay. So they must do all those tests at least for them to be able to ride an Okada. They must show that they have proper visual, sound visuals. And so when they come in, you have those data. Who is enforcing when a report of an Okada abuse has happened? Nobody. What you had in Admiralty Way is one-off. It happens regularly in other areas. And when those people go to the area commands to report, nothing will be done. You'll be advised that these people don't have address, they cannot be found. So how do you want us to enforce anything against them? So we know in this state, if they do their investigations, they'll know how bad it is. Okay. So to enforce it, it has to be a matter of will. And all those areas, they were able to achieve it in Obalinde. They can achieve it in all the other areas. Ensure that every rider in this Lagos has a data address. Failure to have one, your last phone number, and be able to be found, don't operate in this state. Please go back wherever you're coming from.
Okay, let me go on a quick break. When we come back, continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, light. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights up. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this Okada ban in Lagos State. And there are a few issues that are coming up because people are saying that, yes, you've banned them. So when you ban somebody, what happens? You can push them into criminality. These are people that they've lost their modes of livelihood. Their source has been taken from them. So what happens? Could this be an indication of an increase in crime? That's a conversation to have. Others are saying this is another breakdown of local government function because the truth is that the local government chairman should be in charge of every Okada within their own vicinity or the LCDAs. So you should have people who are registered. If we want to indeed register these Okada riders, for example, we have Koshofe local government. Koshofe has the Ogudu, has Ketu, Magod. Every Okada rider within those vicinities should be properly registered and have their own uniforms that is properly tagged. So anybody outside that, we know that, okay, you're not registered here. And once you come into the, so can there be a structure around it? Or do we, because of this criminality, should we just accept the ban totally? Because some are saying that we need to ban them totally.
Lagos is a metropolis. Lagos is a huge city. It's a mega city, sorry. And you have these people who are lawless, plying the roads. If we cannot control them, then ban them. I personally would say, if you can control them, because if you do not control them, and by controlling them, I agree with you, each area has its uniform. So when they misperform, you know who has done it.
Yes.
All the Okadas in that area, you will see. So everybody will be his brother's keeper.
Yes. Let me take this call from Abdul, if I let you continue. Abdul from Shash. Oh, I said I lost that. I'm so sorry, Abdul, for keeping you. Yes, you were saying something.
So if any offense is committed, you know, so you will go to the head of that. Okay, number Kiniko, yes. Committed this offense. If you don't, we seize all your Okadas in this area.
Yes.
That way, they will start to check themselves. You see someone going on the express. I mean,
in the opposite direction.
In the opposite direction.
You know,
he's not even ready to even.
He's not sorry.
Agree.
No, that is coming on the right way.
The one that pains me the most is at the traffic lights.
Oh.
They will never wait at the traffic light. But if you hit one by mistake, because the traffic light has given you permission to go, you are the guilty party.
Yeah, the one that will be lynched.
You know, I went to, is it Calabar, during your friend's time, when he was governor.
Carnival?
Duke. Donald Duke's time. And then how I was so shocked at how they were able to organize the Okada riders. They had the blue uniform, they had the blue helmet. It was such a clean city. I mean, I don't know how it is today. I've not been to there, but I remember doing that. I went during Donald Duke's time. They were very organized. They had numbers, they had their jackets, and they were easily monitored. Those in the community were saying that, listen, they know the ones within their own areas.
Yes.
So, but then,
because Okada was a means of transport for some people at a class of society.
Yes.
It was not a business the way they are doing it here now. Then, if you go to my village, some distances you must travel. Okada was, at least two of my uncles, before they passed, that's what they used to ride. So it was a means of transport for my level. I can afford to buy this. That's why so I can move, I can carry my things. And so you see them coming from farm to attach a truck and put their Okadas in front and carry their things. That kind of person, you know his house, you know his ancestry. But the way they operate it here, because they are paying to somebody, they just operate. Your own is to declare at the end of the day, at any cost. And the sad thing is that we've lost a larger part of our labor force to Okada riders. Somebody that has learnt a skill. I know someone who was a bricklayer in Isheyin, who came to Lagos and has been riding Okada for over 9 years now. There's nothing you say to that man, you say, no, it's quick money, it's daily money. He's totally lost that skill that he had, that his family put him to learn. And a lot of that. So now we are going for our what they call it, white-collar jobs outside Nigeria, from Cotonou, where those people, even though they have Okada, still learn their skills.
So the young man that was killed, David, we can't trace the people who have done this. I know that they're investigating.
They said they arrested
They arrested a few people. You see, it's always difficult to know who exactly did it. We don't have cameras. Technology has not even been applied here.
Let me tell you,
so it's regulation.
They know how. The police know how. From experience again, they will tell you, if you don't make noise, we'll find this person out in the morning. The DPO at Onureke and myself had a confrontation about Okada riders in the past. I said, madam, just go and sleep. In the morning, we'll bring them out for you. But if you decide to report and escalate, they will leave, and they don't have an address. You can't find them.
And when you say that, it reminds me of the story that we took in the papers one time. I think security operatives were involved in some form of fracas with the Okada people. And the security operative was killed. When they found these boys, they found them outside Lagos. So it is true that sometimes when you put the word out immediately, if it's not done covertly, they would flee. But the truth is that it has to be regulated. So whether we like it or not, we have bikes and we have people that are riding these bikes right now. And when we ban them, what will they do with the bikes? What will happen to these people? So that's the next step I hope that the government is thinking of, and that's regulation. Everything you just explained, that should be it. They are registered, they have uniforms, they have a specific area that they are known to operate within, and there's someone that is in charge of maybe every cell or every community of them, so that when some things are done wrong and you cannot find that person that's meant to be in charge will be held liable. And if that person understands that he'll be held liable, he will make sure that those around, that he's in charge of are doing the right thing. And if they do not, he himself or she himself will be the person that would report that person. And that's the only way that, there will be some form of sanity. We cannot just push things, because that's something I noticed in Nigeria. We just let things go, and then when it does not work, we now sweep it under the carpet. We don't really do the work of regulating and putting things properly.
Miriam, let me tell you, there was a time, I can't remember which Lagos state government was, all the Okadas had to wear helmets. Their passengers had to wear helmets. Now,
it was Fashola.
They don't wear helmets. Now, if you go to Igbobi, they are the customers of Igbobi. Them and their passengers.
Every time now. That one is not...
Go there. The ones are full of them. They've lost their lives. They are there. So they are risking their lives. They are risking the lives of their passengers. The one that pains me most is when you tell them, it's the passenger that will even abuse you. That, shut up.
Make me go first.
Yes, some passengers do that.
They are risking your life.
So we can understand where the government is coming from. They need, yes, this directive is very is laudable, very important. However, the truth is that it's not a total ban. So there are some communities that still have them. And in those communities, those people want to feel safer. To feel safer, we need to have proper regulation. So for example, when they said earlier that you couldn't have them at the highways, fine. if they're in the local communities, we need to know who they are.
Yes, that's true.
Let there be color codes, let there be numbers.
Also,
So passengers will be advised, if you don't have a uniform, I can't enter
They must also have a proper sensitization. When YK talked about the helmet now, I remember that campaign that went into every of their associations in every place to explain to them how important how it's for their safety that they must wear a helmet. After a while, it took a while, they didn't enforce, they didn't comply. They went again and enforced compulsorily. I remember in Kotun, TB Joshua had to be sharing helmets to people in that area for Okada riders to even start to wear helmets then. So these are things that they must do. They must, you know.
I have Aronel that I come to you, madam. Aronel, are you there?
Yeah.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Yes, I'm there.
Go ahead. Talk to me, not the TV, please.
Yeah. Please, madam, good morning. I want to ask a question. So Oshodi, is it part of Lagos?
Oshodi?
It's part of Lagos.
Yes, now. Why do you ask?
Ma, have you been to Oshodi? See the way Okada is Okada in Oshodi?
It's the whole of Lagos now.
The whole of Lagos.
Oshodi, especially, particularly Oshodi under bridge. That Olupese filling station, former Olupese filling station. Those bikes there, they are for soldier and mopo. And you say you want to cancel the Okada in Lagos State.
They didn't say that to Okada. They already gave you 6. It's not the Oshodi, it's not part of them.
That is the question I asked, that is Oshodi not part of Lagos State?
Okay, I hear you. I get the point now. So I think an outright ban will probably be too sudden. Maybe that's why the governor is saying, let's start with this 6 first. And then eventually, maybe others once they organize it properly. But that's what the governor is saying, these 6 local governments and LCD areas for now.
What the governor needs to do is have a think tank.
Yeah.
With some right-thinking people, and then they plan how they will subsidize the Okadas, or not subsidize by money. I mean, whether it's uniform, whether it's helmet,
to give them free
training,
put a proper structure.
You know, put a proper structure. Yeah, you can say, because you will see an Okada driver, 5 of them are on one bike, 5. Then they will not even make that, they will still carry wood on top of their heads.
Okay, I saw a mattress on Okada. Mattress.
I had an American
mattress.
I had an American visitor once, and then he saw goats on top of Okada.
Traumatized.
He saw wood, he saw mattress. I said, every time he will laugh. I couldn't even say anything.
Take a few comments, please.
Informer says, it is highly welcome, please. We need sanity back on our roads. Let's understand that the unruly attitude by these drivers was borrowed from the yellow buses and entrenched by traffic officers. Omigi Uyi says, can it be sustained, this Okada ban? Amiel Samuel says, I truly buy the idea of banning Okada in Lagos because those riders have really caused havoc to Lagosians. Most of those guys have no regard for humans at all. Someone is not so sure that this would hold water. His name is Easy Friday. He says, it won't hold water, Jare, not be today now. We'll see.
So I think we have to wrap up. Yes.
Michael is asking, why was Okada banned?
Exactly.
You know, that was an alternative, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
That was a good alternative because you knew who they were. Yes. They were registered, they had their uniforms, and you could do e-hailing.
Yes.
And it was...
easy. E-hailing was... Lashaw says, the Okada riders riding against traffic and carrying passengers are too much on Lekki Ekpe Expressway.
They're everywhere.
From Aja all the way to Victoria Island. But you know the traffic.
Okay, that's all we can take on.
You must do something about the traffic. In those
I think generally Lagosians do agree that we need some kind of sanity in that area. And the ban obviously is a welcome thing. But however, I'm worried about these people who are now going to be losing their means of livelihood, getting into crime. That can make me worse. I'm hoping the government is able to find a way to have them put somewhere else, but when you put them somewhere else, they need to be properly regulated. We need to have them registered. We need the local government who are just sitting down and doing other things to see that this is another major part of their job. Aside from what you already do, we're not saying you're not doing anything. But this Okada regulation is a major function of the local government across the state, and I think it's time they live up to their responsibilities. Let's go on a break. When we come back, move on to other hot topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
Check.
Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights up. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in...
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review. Thanks for staying with us. So an interesting story caught our attention on social media. You know, we like to surf the net to see stuff happening in Lagos and in Nigeria across the country. So we saw this one, which was pretty interesting. Naked women in Imo State went to protest, took their protest against indecent dressing, and they went to the girls' hostel in Owerri. And they were protesting, saying that these girls in this girls' hostel were indecently dressed, enticing their husbands. Now, one of the bloggers picked up the story, posted it, and there were quite a lot of comments that was quite interesting. But what are your thoughts on this? And we're bringing up this story, as trivial as it sounds. Our question is, what can women do when they hit that frustration? Because some women feel handicapped when it seems as though their spouses are continually cheating on them. So what do you think? Was this the right strategy? Or could they have found other ways? Or was it even right for them to invade somebody's privacy by going to their hostel to ask them to stop dressing? And do you even think it's indecent dressing that causes a man to cheat? These are questions that this kind of thing raises. What are your thoughts? You can call us on 080-270-53687, 09139076948. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read the tweet. There are various angles to this, you know. Even by looking at the women, you can almost see that these are possibly housewives. Possibly women, or not, but these are wives that feel that, listen, I've probably invested in this union. And you, this fresh blood, you know, young blood, dressing all nice and attractive, you're indecently making my husband, you know, whatever, I don't know how to say, but that's what I'm trying to find a way to couch it, but it's not getting right.
What is the indecent dressing that they're talking about?
You can't define it from here.
You cannot define it. That's one. Two, I have a problem with wives who face the mistress. Face your husband. The mistress or the show is not your problem. She's doing her own. Your own business is with your husband. Okay, let's say as they went to that hostel now, those girls just
pack themselves together
and then attack them and chase them out. Because, yes, they're right. They are actually trespassing.
Yes.
So what if they had done that? Instead, you self go and dress up yourself. And make sure when your husband comes in, he will see you.
Okay.
Like open a whole new kind of world.
No,
we all can be a YK. No, YK, you look extra. Ordinarily hot. At 60,
sometimes
there are women. I've seen 60-year-olds. YK, trust me, you're nothing in the league. You're nothing in the league.
And that's why she's telling you
constantly.
You can be like
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's not. We can't all be like a YK.
I mean, why not decently dressed?
So that's why she doesn't. Even you are indecently dressed.
She does not know what indecent means.
Okay,
I must commend these women for taking the fight to the stadium.
Yeah.
So they say it's Iwakuwa that we used to find something that lost anyhow. We used to any desperate measure require desperate solution. So they have done the right thing. What do you mean? You people who allowed these girls be dressing tight? Some people will carry their bum on top of their back.
Excuse me.
And be walking anyhow in front of these men.
Excuse me.
I mean, they have done the right thing.
Anyway, if those girls had collected themselves and attacked them, they will beat them up. Because
you are assuming the girls can beat them.
Now.
You know that it's the girls that have something to lose.
Okay,
if
so
these women decide to give those girls all the tribal marks that they escape from their villages, you think that those girls will survive it?
Okay, let's go to Miriam.
Okay, there's no violence. We're not preaching violence. There'll be no violence, right?
Exactly, Nima. In the last few days, they're also violent. In the last 48 hours,
they'll beat them.
Well, you
No, they did. Okay, so one thing I like. They're doing the right thing by protesting. We're not hearing people fighting.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is fundamentally wrong with this is that if the men were with you saying, this young girl, stop dressing indecently because we don't like it would have made sense to me. Why are you crying more than me? I don't get it. Did the men tell you that they don't like it? No, listen. Women can make a change, but not in this way. Please. Call your... Don't try and kiss.
Let me hear Mariam, please. Let me hear Mariam.
What I want these women to do, if it bothers them so much, is to sit with their men and have the conversation about following everything that is, in skirts. Secondly, speak to your daughters, speak to your sisters, speak to your nieces. Sit them down and talk about indecent dressing and how it is not good for... Let me tell you something. I normally don't like to talk about personal life, but let me put this out. There was one time as a young girl, there's this married man that really liked me, and he had lots of money and everything. I was quite excited by it, and I told my auntie, she said, do not even try it. That's what a woman, she's not, do not try it. Because what would it take for you to be hiding a relationship? That is how a woman will come and tell another woman something that it will make sense. Give me examples, showed me how, it affected some other people. And now we make everything a celebration, like something we have to put on social media. Because for me, I don't think that they were serious about this. If they were serious about this, you sit your family members down and you talk to them. You sit your community of girls down where you sit down with them and have a conversation with them and talk to them about how they should dress. My daughter goes to this club where she will come back and say to me, Mommy, this is indecent dressing, this is indecent dressing. That is where you teach people about decency or indecency. Concerning your husbands, sit down with your husbands, have a conversation with them about facing up and down. Sometimes I see some young girls too, and I feel that there's a way you dress to different occasions. So I would say to you that, personally, I've never been the sort that would judge people on their dressing. I'm not the sort that calls out people on their dressing. I feel that there's different dressing for different places and different occasions. And I also know that there's a dressing that a young girl dresses that, because of her age and because she's trying to find herself and her body, it will look a certain way. But if I make it about judging her, she will be rebellious. So what I have to do is teach her about where you can dress a certain way. You're going to an office, you're going to class, there's a way you dress. You're going to a pool, I will not say that you must wear a whole robe to go to the pool.
Let me take it from the top. Number one, if your marriage is being affected, you are bereaved. The men are not bereaved, they are enjoying it. The woman whose husband is no longer providing for her children, who's no longer a responsible father, who's distracted by the naked wearing girls moving up and down town. And these girls are deliberately advertising markets. They are not just dressing up and minding their businesses. Markets. They are deliberately there's a placard on the
It takes two to tango, honey.
I mean, I want to
it
be a
takes
side
two to
chick.
tango. If you're selling market, somebody came to buy.
No, I'm not saying that.
So your husband is going to go and buy.
When you have started talking to the man at home, we know we are in a patriarchal society. We say it here all the time.
Yeah.
And this man is not approachable. You carry the fight to the family compound and the hostel of these girls to go and embarrass them. These women, God, did not go far. Find their names and let their family members know they are side chicken in everywhere they are going that's destroying homes.
So is there a data or statistics that show that it was their indecent dressing that caused their men to
Let's talk about indecent dressing. Let's define it because
because
I need to understand how these women came to the conclusion that it's because of the indecent dressing of these girls that their men are cheating. Have they really found out the real reason why these men are cheating? There are different reasons. There are different levels. No, it's true. How do I know it's because of dressing? These women I've seen their own dressing. I've seen their own dressing.
Excuse me. First of all, that placard, where they should have carried it is to their husband. When he gets home from work, put it on your head. If you really need to carry placard, you can carry your placard in another way by making yourself attractive.
After you are not seeing children. It's okay.
Wait to your husband. I'm always on my daughter's case. When I see her, you are going out in pajamas, scum. If somebody wants to take your husband, this pajama is not Tito. You dress up, when you wake up in the morning, you dress up.
So, it's like a battle.
No.
We don't now even sleep.
Is life so bad?
Is it a battle?
Another thing that a lot of women do is once they are married to their men, they seize the other room. They seize it.
Okay.
And they say, I have headache. Every time they have headache, they have headache.
There are some... it's two sides.
Yes.
There are some men that don't even do anything. There are two sides. There are some women who with their men that don't do the other room. There are men in this country that say they're not into the other room.
Maybe they are gay now. You don't know.
Okay, so my own is, I do not feel...
You don't know.
I feel that we are making it too simplistic when we say it's only about dressing, that a man cheats,
I think
or
so.
a woman is not happy in their marriage.
It's totally about dressing.
I feel that it's more than that. We also know that from what we see every time, that the man is attracted to the younger person. So women already, once you're older, you've had children, you just already have this discomfort with the younger person. Not necessarily because she has posed a deliberate or particular threat towards you, just because she's younger. Or, someone is younger, she's, what's the word? She's more beautiful. There's a way we do it. Ageism is a part of our culture. Young blood. So that already puts a woman on the edge. That does
Can I
not...
pause you for a quick second? I want to ask Waike if Waike is on the edge. Waike, do you feel like you're on the edge as a 6-year-old woman when you see young girls around you?
At all.
Why?
At all. In fact,
Good. So,
I welcome them.
Really?
I welcome them. I mean, my nephew, he has this... His girlfriend is beautiful.
Yes,
if you see her shape is... and if I could advise her, I mean, sometimes I will. If she comes and she wants to borrow something, I will give her, because for me, you are even reliving your own past. And me, when I was this age, I was a mugu. Because when I was this age, I was...
You were not that sharp.
I wasn't that...
Really?
I didn't have money to dress.
I see that. I see a lot of these young girls, and I'm like, who taught them so early how to understand the power of their beauty and the power of themselves and their confidence? And because of that, there are some decisions that they will make. For many of us, we didn't know until left, right, and center until we finally figured ourselves out. I also do not feel threatened by a younger person.
At all.
I look at them with lots of admiration, and where I can help, I will give help. And I learn some things from them as well. But I feel that women, generally, you go to a place, and because you are younger, you can see the woman's face will just change. Just the fact that you showed up and you're younger, that her face changes because already she sees that you are a threat.
You are a threat.
But concerning marriage, I feel this younger dressing, this, it has nothing to do with your husband.
has
Your
something.
husband is just a person that wants to go out. And he will give you different reasons for why he wants to go out. Sometimes you make it about dressing, sometimes you make it about how old you are, sometimes you make it about the color of your skin, sometimes you make it about the hair that you have on your head, or the education you have on your head. There's always a reason that they will bring
the girl that is dressing indecently around
Which
the
one?
husband,
Wait, I want to hear Nima, please.
Wait now. He's shooting a shot, whether you like it or not. I will give you an example. Wait, no, you don't have to wear hijab. Let me give you an example. Okay. I went to my auntie's house and I came in through the back door. Yeah. And the girl that's supposed to be maid, my auntie have gone to work. Oh, your hair is not long. She wore the hair all the way to her waist, a very, very minimal piece of material called mini skirt. She wore it, tight-fitted. And when I showed up at the back, because I have an almost masculine voice, she thought it was customer. She did like this. And I said, And I carried Joko. I sat with her till my auntie came back. We revisited the issue of dressing. Apparently, fast forward, she was targeting Uncle.
Hey, Nima. Nima Akasha Zibi. How do you know?
Fast forward, my auntie was the first person to come in. Nima, they saw for me. Yes. Nima. Her goal was Uncle. She does not wear the indecent dress just for nothing. To sit at home and sit pretty.
Nima.
Some people are shooting shots.
Let me take this call. Let me take everybody calm. Let me take this call.
I'm taking things innocently.
Are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, hello.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Mariah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. No.
Yeah, first of all, I would say this is a case of inferiority complex on the part of the naked women.
Yes.
You understand? A man is attracted to a woman because of the clothes she wears and the dress she wears. Well, you know the person that was saying that the YK is 60, but she's looking like 26 because she dresses well. Please advise Nigerian women to dress well. They should stop tying wrapper.
What's his name?
Please cut the line. Let me just tell you. Wait. Nobody, YK, it's a very, very unusual thing to see a 60-year-old woman wearing this kind of shoes. Why are you hiding your shoes? Let me see your shoes. YK, let me take out your legs. See, you're 60 plus. And you're wearing this kind of heels. The lot of 60-year-old women cannot wear that heels.
Excuse me,
so,
you don't have to wear heels.
So I'm saying that they should stop comparing a YK standard to an average 60-year-old. YK cannot be a standard. Number two, rappers can be very sexy, please. Yes. With all due respect. Because the way some I tried to wear that. These women of your view told me.
On your waist or here.
I learned something.
Why can't you tie it over your neck and you'll be sexy?
Mariah is trying to tell us something.
You can tie it over the neck. There are several ways of tying it.
You guys told me to go and do bomb shots. Remember that many years ago? You guys were there. Nothing near work. That thing is too tight. It's too hard. It's very inconvenient. Anyways, I learned from my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law just has her thinking, her bra thinking, and they just were trying, and I'm like, okay, let me just take her. And that's what I do. I just do the rapper. So I still do rapper, please, with all due respect. Rapper can be sexy.
I didn't say rapper is not sexy.
Yes.
I have not said that rapper is not sexy. Because rapper can be sexy.
Oh, yes.
Especially if I don't want NBC to write me letter. I will explain that one later.
Okay. Hey! Okay, come on, teach us how to use rapper.
So I feel
wait, but what I'm trying to say is, I think every woman should be proud of herself. Look, if it is rapper you want to wear it with pride. Let your husband want you. Even let him look. See, Nima brought up the maid. That girl is in her workplace.
Yes.
So she's dressing indecently in her office.
Good.
That is her office.
That's her office. Don't dress that way.
She's not supposed to dress like that. Those girls are in their own hostel. They are residents.
Thank you.
And you are carrying yourself from your house. They didn't come to your house to come and dress indecently and come and parade in front of your house.
Wait.
They are inside their hostel.
Good.
So dressing inside their hostel. If their husband comes into their hostel, those husbands go are trespassing.
Simple.
Okay, so how the question now?
Wait, to their hostel. Now, I'm not. If the maid is chasing husband, I'm in agreement of that.
Of course.
Okay, I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. So let's leave these girls, right? In this way, we've agreed. Yeah. But we're not trying to help to solve the problem.
Yes.
Okay. There are men feeling that their wives are not properly, maybe you're not sexy enough, you're not attractive enough, and there's a reason why they're going to go and see this side. What now? I want us to think of what we can do to help these women who are looking this way. This placard carrying women, we can see what they look like. Okay, what can we tell these women right now? What can you do to help to salvage the situation?
Like you see these women, wait, Mariam, these women are the real women. Really, the children that those men are looking for to inherit them. They are busy women. They want to look sexy. Yes, some of them will tell you, I don't want to have children. Then the patriarchy will come in. They say, shame on you, you don't want to have children. You want to retain beauty. You don't want your breasts to fall. These are the Nigerian women struggling every day to raise families. Then one man is distracted.
Let me take this call.
You are the exception.
Wait, let me pause you. Let me take Ayo. You already yapped YK. Let me, I can't let you. Ayo, come on, are you there?
Tomorrow,
let me take this one.
I'm coming with rapper. You know, I will tie scarf like this.
Let me take this one.
I will not wear makeup. I will come and I'm sitting like this. And I'll say, yes,
so you look like a real woman.
What are you saying?
Let's take this call. Good morning, are you there? Anyanaba. Yes. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, please. I kept you for a long time.
I'm so happy to be true.
Yes.
I enjoy you girls.
Thank you.
You are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
But this thing about dressing, hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
This thing about dressing. As I was growing up, you know, I used to dress very well and attracted to men. Men were being attracted to me frequently. In fact, I got scared of men. When I got married, it was that bad. Even as a married woman, men were still, you understand what I'm trying to say. In fact, some men, in presence of my husband, they would be admiring me. So at that point, I got so scared and I piped down on my dressing. But as age setting, yes, I did that because I want to be free when I go out. You know, I still dress, but I have a very nice shape. Whatever I put on, you will admire me. So, but when I grew older, with hot flush and all sorts, I couldn't wear, like in the home, I started wearing free gowns. You know, I don't know if that will send my husband out. Exactly. But today, I have a problem of my husband, a lady outside. I don't know what his reason is. So what is dressing? Is it, you know, whether
let me ask them
someone dresses or not, there are other things to look at. Exactly. And please, I thank you for what you are doing. Also, we all had this opportunity of befriending married men, but we didn't. Just as one of you said, she proposed in her heart not to do. So now, these girls should stop that. Tomorrow it will be their turn. Now people are celebrating baby mama and all sorts. Please use this your forum to discourage that. Yes. It's becoming a trend in the society. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's not that it is becoming. It is because of social media. You hear more about it. It has always been there. I know of a woman went to bury her husband. Another family came in. So it has always been there. We're not even saying it is right. We're not justifying it. I'm saying as a woman, look, do you know that when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I'm so tired, but I notice that my stomach is coming out. So I actually take my time because I'm proud of who I am. I want to look good. So I exercise. I can do 1 hour. I can do 30 minutes, depending on the amount of time I have.
Somebody will think that you don't have your Ronu, but you'll be worried about your stomach. You don't have problems. Initial road. That's why you don't be worrying about your stomach.
Do you know that
flat stomach is the problem?
I will give you part of my. Look, when I was exercising yesterday, I got different problems coming. In the end, I just gave up. I'm not even exercising because
yes, Mariam, please.
Whether it is diesel, whether it is generator, whether it is this, there were all kinds of things that interrupted my exercise. But the thing is, the intention was there and it's not because of anybody. It is because of me. Okay. I'm not doing it for anybody. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my health. I'm doing it for my when I want to look in the mirror, I want to look in the mirror and like what I see.
Okay, thank you.
So, look, do you know that boo-boo can be sexy? Yeah. Boo-boo can be sexy. It's how you wear it.
Can I go?
With the right bra. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I go? So first of all, I just want to say that the the people that I see take the time out to take care of themselves are the people that love themselves. Because I have been through the different phases where when I am not happy with myself, I let myself go. Yeah. But when I now decide to take the reins and look in the mirror and say, no, I like you and I want to make you the best version of you, I do all that I need to do. I'm exercising, I'm eating better, you know, I'm making sure I'm getting enough sleep, I'm drinking water, because I want, when I stand in front of the mirror, I'm happy for me. My husband is a far third, fourth, fifth before, you know, when it comes to how I look. It's not about him. And I find out, he's even said it to me, he said, I notice when you're being healthy, not say slim, but when you're working out, you're waking up early, working out, doing things, you're light on your fit and you're a nicer person to be around. Yeah. So because I'm now a more confident person, because I'm taking my health into my, you know, hands, I'm even nicer to people and people see that glow. I want to be around it. So for women who, because you were saying that what do we do to women who find themselves in this situation? Now I'm saying this, I'm not saying that the way you dress or don't dress is why men cheat. I don't even want to get into that. I feel that that's a whole different thing. Men cheat because men cheat and they should handle that. But a woman who wants to feel better should take the step. My mom now, I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot. My mom now is, you know, trying to eat well and everything. And sometimes she said, I want to eat bread. I said, Ma, you have been eating this bread for 60 years. It has not changed. The recipe is still the same. You know, the bread is not what you need right now. You need to cut the carbs and add more vegetables and make sure you're eating your protein. And she would do it for a few days and she said, I feel lighter, I feel happy. And so for many women out there, it's not necessarily that you have to wear the tightest clothes or the smallest dresses. It's that when you wear something and you're proud of yourself, there's a way you carry yourself. You wear some dresses now, the way you wear it will be different to another woman because you're carrying your own with the confidence, knowing you're proud of yourself. And it's that aura that attracts the sort of people around you.
So let me take this call.
I want to say something. Indecent dressing is a disturbance of public peace. So the girls, when they dress indecently in their hostels, are doing everything an hijabi does in their houses. But the moment you step out into public space in indecent dressing, you're disturbing public peace. A man who's doing tire can just mistake and do something else. And if your dressing can cause that kind of mistake, something has to be done about it. Let's not trivialize the protest these women took to that hostel with all this academic talk that we are having. It's true. We cannot have girls walking publicly in indecent dressing. That used to be a crime. It used to be a crime.
Would it be better for you if there was like a lecture?
Wait. There's something that I think is really crucial. I want to touch on this a bit. This issue of how you feel about yourself. There are some women that look a certain way because maybe some of them are depressed, some of them are frustrated, some of them are unhappy. They're tired. There's so much load. Life has happened to them. So the men aren't paying attention. And because of that, they can't worry about their tummy like YK is worried. YK is happy. You're happy inside and out. But there are lots of women that are not in your situation whereby they are frustrated because of all the various responsibilities life has thrown at them. So they don't have that confidence. I'm worried about, I want to eat healthy because they just come about that whatever they find. So these kind of women can't look like that girl in the the girls in the hostel. They can't look like that. You can only look the way you can afford to look. So can a woman in that situation now, what can she do to come out of that situation and still feel good about it and look attractive enough for her husband?
Start to see a psychologist. If you are depressed, see a psychologist.
How do you know you're depressed? When you don't know you're depressed?
We know that if you don't
know it's depression.
Listen, Mariah, if you don't want to take care of yourself, no, I'm not even saying for your husband, for yourself. If you don't want to look in the mirror and like what you see, then see a psychologist. Or talk to a friend.
Yes.
Talk to somebody. So that, because it is about you. If anything happens to you, you will leave your children. So think of yourself, think of your children.
Okay, I have struggled with self-esteem issues as a young person. I didn't love myself for many years, and it took a long time to get out of that. So maybe it's part of why I really don't really care about all these extra things, and maybe I don't know. But but nobody can judge me and say, oh, I'm not dressing a certain way because I have issues I'm dealing with also.
I'm not talking about dressing.
I'm just saying because
I'm talking about
when you see people like that lack self-love. And then their husbands go around and cheat on them because they've not been able to.
So that's the thing I don't want us to put together. Yes. I don't want us to blame a woman for a man's cheating. I always feel that man is cheating for his cheating sake. Exactly. Because there are men that are with bigger... If someone says, oh, because I put on weight, my husband does not like me. I've seen some men that drool for big women. So it's not about that. It's that the man has decided that he's a cheat and he'll be a cheat. So concentrate on yourself.
The men that have the finest women in the house. That will still cheat.
Yes.
How can you say?
Yes. Okay. So let's leave the cheating people with their cheating behavior. Now let's talk about the woman that was saying that she needs to learn to love herself. I am an advocate for professional therapy and that, but I know that given our situation in our country, not many people have access to that, or even the education. But I know that community level, there's a way that we talk to each other. My mom will always say to me that one of the things when my father died, one of the reasons why she got herself up and started going again was one time my grandma came and said, "You're still lying down here. As you are lying down here, somebody's husband has died. Many husbands have died today. And you get yourself up and go and take care of your children." She says for her, that was what did it for her. And I know that at that community level, we talk to each other. Friends talk to each other. They encourage you. Mama, Sikira, you're not dressing like before. What's happening? They sit down with you. They wipe your tears. Take this wrapper, tie it. Let's go for this. You know, those are the different ways that we can help each other.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Paula, are you there? So we're keeping you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Hello? I can hear you. Yes, please. Yeah, I really want to thank you so much. Hello? Thank you so much for the discussion you two are having. Sincerely, I think we need... Yeah, hello? Yeah, I think we need to...
He's listening to himself on TV, so he's replying to himself on TV. Yeah. Anyway, we have to go on a break. When we come back, we take the final step of this. Stay with us. We'll be right
back. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing these women that are protesting. They took their protest to the girls' hostel because their men are cheating. As according to them, indecently dressed women are attracting their husbands. Let's take a few comments on social media.
So John Abinu says, Auntie, they should speak to their sons too. They should learn from childhood to be disciplined. It starts from young. How are we training and raising the sons? I know of a mother who said it is normal for a guy to be philandering while her daughter should be kept. There should be discipline for the men. And it's true, usually when we have these conversations about men cheating or philandering, we always concentrate on what the woman is doing to cause a man to do what he has decided to do. It's important that we raise our boys differently. Yes, we have that thing culturally where we give boys a pass. Oh, he's a boy. When we say a boy with a girlfriend this week, the next week we'll be hailing him. This is a big boy. The guy knows what he's up to. If we dare see a girl with a boy, even if it's her very first boyfriend, we
start counting
we'll be counting for them and be judging them. So it's important that if we want to raise men and husbands who would learn to be disciplined, we have to start from when they are children. We need to speak to them about being disciplined. We need to speak to them about when you finally choose your partner, things will happen. There was one time I saw this conversation where someone said, it looks like our men don't realize that when a woman has a child, her body will change. Because there were so many men acting shocked. And since we had a child, she just let her body go. Like you wanted her to be the way she was before she had the baby. Bodies change. And that's why when some people say, my body is not like the 18-year-old, I can't be, you don't have to be. You have grown. You're not 18, you're not 28, you're not 38, you're not, you're 48 or and above. Your body will change, but let's carry yourself confidently. And a man that has decided to be with you needs to understand your body will change. As his has. His hairline has receded. His pot belly has grown bigger. I mean, you know.
Let me take this call from Ade. Ade's been holding for a while. Good morning, Ade. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
I don't want this conversation to be about men alone. What do you say to a very popular artist in Nigeria, a mother of one, who dressed on national TV and left her breast open? Everybody saw it. What did you say about that? Is she attracting a married man again or what? So, dressing is very important for women, but they must have decent dressing. Look at Whitey. Everybody is proud of Whitey. You see?
Okay, so that is...
If Whitey is single now, men will be betting on her, fighting for her. Because she's beautiful and she looks like 26 or 30. You see?
But you like her dressing?
That is blushing. Oh my God. That is blushing on national TV. Look at her. Like, that is mesmerized. Okay, well, but he said something. Married women dressing indecently. That's what he was saying earlier. Because it's both ways. So, as yes, you're coming to protest against, to the young girls, but there are married women who also dress indecently. Is that a problem? Because I know I have a brother. Should I say this way? So I have a brother who, when he and his wife were dating, I mean, she used to really dress really sexy, and I used to think, now wow. When she finally got married, she continued dressing the same sexy way they were dressing while they were dating, and I was like, okay, now that you're married, shouldn't you change your dressing? But they were still. He wanted her like that. Yeah. But I found it uncomfortable because when you come to parties and the family functions and you're there, everything's hanging and you're thinking, this is Kenyo's wife. All this. So you expect that now that you're married, you should keep something. But the husband was fine with it. And I was trying to tell the husband, uncle, please, can you guys find a way? But is it right for a married woman to still dress sexily?
Her husband likes her like that.
But other people are looking at...
If her husband likes her like that. That's how somebody went for her father-in-law's burial. All her breasts, with this way they used to snatch.
Yeah,
her breasts like this. It was at her father-in-law's burial. She looked like she was at a party a bowling. I don't get it. They're dressing for every occasion.
Good, yeah.
Every occasion.
Wait.
Yeah, Nima, you're right.
Some indecent dressing, public disturbance, Gidini. If you dress some dressing, stay indoors. Stay in your house. There's an evening dressing. My mother's friend that raised me, I used to call her mother as well. She used to tell me, if I wear some clothes then when I wasn't wearing the hijab, she said, Nima, are you going for an evening event? And I was going to school, and my friends had made it seem like it was okay. She said, Auntie, this is an evening dress. Spaghetti is for evening when you are going clubbing, not when you're going and you're wearing. Go and put a jacket on your shoulders. So now, does it not mean that there's a dressing that is indecent?
Good. There's indecent dressing.
But why can I say something? If your husband likes it, is this still appropriate?
Like it. No, if your husband likes you naked, you should go around naked.
Husbands like it.
So
but is it right to go even though your husband likes it?
Your husband likes you naked, you go around naked. That is my husband.
There are two things.
You don't know what people have discussed inside their inside their house. My darling, in fact, when you dress that way, my head turns. And when I see other men looking at you, excuse me, and when I see other men looking at you, my head knocks.
My head knocks.
You like me when I dress like that? Yeah. And your head knocks? Don't worry, tomorrow I will show you how to
knock it.
Let me knock you.
But why can she does not love herself? That woman does not love herself. She's not dressing the dressing. At least they say we should love her.
Yeah. So that's not good. So that's why I'm going.
Wait. Let me hear Mariam.
The husband, I said the husband likes it. And she too, she likes it.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me take a caller and I'll come to Mariam. Fola Shale, that's the best way to cut this. Fola Shale, are you there?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me. I just want to say you are doing wonderfully well.
Thank you.
And I'm supporting all of you on different standpoints that I have put forward. For Salima, indecent dressing is indecent dressing and is not right. Yeah. For all others who have said a man will cheat if he wants to cheat, then I will speak Yoruba.
Yeah.
It's not about what they see.
is about what they have in mind to do, and they always go forward to do such.
Okay.
For instance, this morning, I really wish I can send my picture to you. I'm wearing a sweat top and a pant trouser, and then suddenly, as I alighted from a car, I saw a man driving by, and he winks at me. Obviously, a married man. So I'm like, so is this my outfit bad for, for someone who wants to have a car? So
Thank you so much for Lashade. Mara, let me come to you concerning this matter we're talking about. So your husband likes you looking sexy. But she's saying, when my husband and wife have agreed, every other person should go to blazers because that was because you go outside. But we are saying you're indecently dressed. You're bothering that your dressing is bothering this small gathering that we're doing.
For me, there's indecency and there's sexy, and and you can have both, and you can have neither. So you can be. So there are some people who dress sexy and they are going to the office. And they are going to the office. You will not say I'm indecently dressed.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're indecently dressed.
No, I'm just saying.
But it can be indecent to some people. Some people can see it as indecent.
I love the way you dress, man.
Thank you.
Because it's short. Some might say it's indecent.
Yes, but I'm very careful. I'm very careful to keep it decent.
Yes.
But I know that I do. Oh, please.
Let her finish now.
So I feel, okay, there's some women, they are sexy. There's the way they dress. But when they go to the office, even when you see them amongst others, you will notice that, this is a sexy woman, but she does not look indecent. She's properly covered up, but she wears a dress in such a way that her curves will still show. There's some people who like to dress edgy. You would not see their curves, but you would just notice the different angles and patterns of their dressing, The dress sort of almost wears them, and they carry it with confidence. A sexy person can also be badly dressed. an indecent person can also be badly dressed. So I've seen a lot of people who want to be sexy, but they come across being crass, Yes, it comes across
like that
too much.
Obiano's wife, Obiano's wife.
Oh my God.
Remember that dress she wore?
Let me take this.
That dress did not show anything, but everybody was saying, which kind of dress is this now?
So you can be...
But it didn't show anything.
You can look really
Nothing
hot.
was showing.
Okay, so you can look really hot, even in public, and still be admired, because you look hot.
Right, we're not getting the point.
See,
the point is, if her husband...
anti-vibes dressing is a thing in Nigeria. Because it means that you're wearing this nice big boo-boo. It covers everything, even Nima on that
I don't want you to miss the point I want us to go. She, based on the conversation, her husband likes her sexy with the cleavage.
I understand.
And your husband wants you to be seeing the cleavage. He likes it that other men's head is going turning because they are looking at. So should you still walk outside like that?
If I'm going to the club with my husband, and at the club, I can dress that way. Exactly. If I'm going to the pool there are different ways you can dress to the pool.
If you're going to church,
you can dress. Some people would wear a full swimsuit. Right. Some people will wear bikini. Some people wear bikini with an overall over it. Right. There are different ways to still appear at that pool, dress properly, and still be sexy or hot for the person that likes.
Let's take a few comments on social media.
That being indecently dressed along with your husband is disrespect to him. But that's my personal opinion. You don't have to respond.
Let me take Fred and I'll come to you, Nima. Wait, let me take Fred. Fred, are you there? You're live.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
My chat on YouTube are not loading.
Yeah, I'm very sure those women that protested in Imo, they didn't protest because of the ladies, Jared. They protested because of them. It's not because of men. How many years they have been chasing men with what men see? Men are moved by what they see. For the next century, after I die, this discussion will still be going on. So it's not the indecent dressing from those girls that the protest is going on. It's just what men are. And you understand. So, but what love is, love will make a woman do certain things to the wife. And love will make a man do certain things to the woman. If you walk naked in the sitting room and your wife likes it, then walk around like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me take a few comments. I have this one. It says, let's ask those protesting women to share their adolescence experiences. They can't win this war with the new generation of young ladies.
Ofe Ojuma says, indecent dressing has become a norm to the extent that even married women get involved, coming out showing what they've got in public. Tell me, how would their children dress, seeing their parents in high competitive level of indecency?
Immaculate boy. Times are changing, including dressing, relationships, etc. We cite America as capital of free nation. People walk naked and there and nobody protests. At Akasha by US standards, we never start in decent dressing. At 60, your outlook isn't the same as 22. Somebody, anybody. This topic can't be complete without a man on that table for for today's topic. It's hilarious. Radiant Emporium, take one more. I think we need to understand men cheating is not about the dressing of young ladies. A lady's dressing might be just why she was particularly chosen, because men cheat even if the ladies do not dress attractively.
Indecent dressing is invitation to treat. Well, EB says, wow, you ladies are cracking my ribs with this conversation. Nima, you're right. Dress the way you want to be addressed. Indecent dressing is telling a man, I'm available. You can approach me. And a man who doesn't have any respect or proper standards will then go around and flirt. So these women have a strong point.
So I just worry with this thing of, you know, you have to look, because your man wants you to look a certain way. And you then have to go, because I know, this is my own brother, this is my blood brother. He called that I was complaining about his wife. He still calls me and complains about every single thing I wear. Like, Mariah, why are you so dressed with something? You know, he wants me to be curvy. I'm like, hey, bros, I cannot be. That's just who I am. But he likes that sexiness projection. And I'm like, it is right for you when you go to a club with your wife. But when you come to family gatherings, please, if we should look somewhere, I mean, unless I'm wrong.
Indecency is different from being hot.
I want to say that. There is indecency.
And there's sexy. For them, it's all of the above for me. Because sexy means something showing.
No, you can be hot, you can be sexy, you can be beautiful, you can be attractive without being indecent.
Oh, so
and you can still look unattractive and trashy.
How do you know? Did you see them? It's the women that we saw. It's the women protesting.
You know that it's we women that know when somebody is doing indecent. If the breast is popping out, we'll tell her these ones, they are private areas. What are they showing? And that's why they carry placards.
But have you seen a properly dressed woman trying to proposition a man? We've seen it now. They are dressed properly, but the eye that they are giving the other person.
That's it too. Somebody once said that I was winking too much at
So
him.
that's not the indecent dressing. It's an indecent behavior. So we're just trying to say it's not.
Excuse me, if I want to dress indecently and you bring it to my house, you are trespassing.
Exactly.
There is no go coming. Those women took.
So we are wrapping up now.
There's a place for everything.
YK, your final comments on this. We're wrapping up.
Let me take this last tweet. I'll take my last tweet. That's my final comment. It's my last tweet.
I want to say
women should learn to face their husbands and not the mistress, just as YK said. Men cheat for thousands and one reasons. Understand your man and see how you can curtail it. Not protesting around. Even in a hijab, we get it on. Radiant Express is a hijabite.
Afolabi Ogunjobi says, one of the reasons I watch your view is because of Madam Yeni. She's exquisitely dressed all the time. Everything to match. Well done.
Thank you.
But you're not our standard.
Don't mind that.
You cannot be our standard.
I can't
please.
I'm not sure I watch the show because of you.
Please. So, your final comments.
Just that there's a difference between indecency and looking hot. God has created some people hot. Mariah is a hot woman, however she decides to dress. There's nothing you can do about that. But there can be times where someone who is hot can be indecent, and there's times someone who is hot can be dressed decently. So there's a difference.
Yeah, I think listen, we're just trying to have as I say, I like to bring up a list of different angles so we have a good conversation. Doesn't mean I'm not trying to be sexy, but I mean, recently I told my tailor, I said, get me some clothes with curves. You know, I want to start looking very curvy. Because I got the curves, you know, make me look curvy. You know, so
I went today. Serious. I love it.
The point is, you can look good, but be decent. That's pretty much what we're saying.
Life is torn by turn, young girls. Enjoy what God has gifted you, but don't destroy anybody so indecently dressed.
That's true.
Because your turn is coming.
I like that because going to the tweet I saw. When you're young, you do a lot of things. I mean, I know I have worn some things as a young person that I can never dare wear now. So because when you're at that time, it's your prime, you look sexy and everything, but do it within your own scope. Don't bring it to somebody else's backyard.
As much as
or behind their door.
You, the adult that leaves his house to go and look for the child
is equally guilty.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That is all we can take. And those of us that tie wrapper in the house, just tie it sexily. You know, there's a way you can tie, make it sexy, make it hot. And why can you must teach me that wrapper tying? After this. That's what we can take. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
We can help you.
Yeah, welcome, wrapper.